When people hear the phrase "strike three, you're out," the first thing we assume is that they're thinking about baseball. However, that sometimes is not the case. My sister will demonstrate what we mean by 3 strikes, you're out by the law. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, and you're out. In the state of California, there is a law known as the 3 strikes law. It is supposed to target and incarcerate the violent offenders who commit the violent crimes like rape, murder, and armed burglary. If someone is convicted of serious offenses and it is a 3rd strike, they are automatically sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. In California, the 3 strikes law is in full effect. However, there are numerous flaws in the current law which creates more problems than it solves. And by convicting the non-violent criminals of non-violent crimes, our prisons are overcrowded with no place to separate the non-violent criminals who have no prior history of violence. The problems with the 3 strikes law are as follows. 1. By convicting a non-violent criminal of a non-violent crime, we are overcrowding our prisons oftentimes with people who have no history of violence. 2. The 3 strikes law must actually deter a criminal in order to be effective. 3. Criminals still believe they can find a way to not get caught. Another reason is by convicting a non-violent criminal of a non-violent crime, we are overcrowding our prisons oftentimes with people who have no history of violence. My research has shown that many offenders convicted of a 3rd strike have no prior history of violence. Oftentimes, they are leaving behind a spouse and children. These children will grow up without their mother or father, and without the stability of both parents may even resort to a life of crime and find themselves in a 3 strikes situation. Shane Taylor is an example of this. Shane was convicted of having $5 of marijuana on him. Unfortunately, this was his 3rd strike, and he was convicted of his 3rd strike and was sentenced to 25 years to life. Shane's wife is constantly trying to appeal his conviction so that one day he can walk his daughter down the aisle. Shane also had a history of violence. Yet he is housed in a prison that is full of violent criminals, thus adding to the overpopulation problems that exist in today's prisons. Some other reasons are the 3 strikes law must actually deter a criminal in order to be effective. The last is criminals still believe that they can find a way to not get caught. The true focus of the 3 strikes law needs to be on prosecuting the criminals committing the violent crimes like rape, murder, and armed burglary. Convicting a non-violent person of a 3rd strike offense puts a burden on the taxpayers rather than ensuring the worst of the worst that the criminals are incarcerated. Enforcing the 3 strikes law and ensuring these criminals who commit the serious crimes will no longer see the light of day other than behind bars need to be the mantra that is portrayed by the lawmakers and law enforcers. Overcrowding the prisons with non-violent criminals like Shane Taylor, law enforcement can focus and hone in on repeat violent offenders. Once these criminals begin to see that they no longer can move into a neighboring state or believe they can get away with it, they will be more prone to not commit a crime, which in turn could wind up being their 3rd strike. If you are convicted of a 3rd strike and that strike is due to a rape conviction, the punishment should be 25 years to life in prison. The justice system also needs swifter action and not allow so many appeals and delays to occur. Between these appeals and delays, years can go by before the incarceration begins. I am a proponent of the 3 strikes law. However, it must be prosecuted properly. The focus should not be on non-violent person who gets caught with a $5 joint or puts a pack of gum in their pocket and walks out of Target. Let's put the worst of the worst behind bars so that the 3rd strike really means 3 strikes and you're out.